Okay. Hi guys, as you know, guess where we are? Next Gen Summit. That's right. We're here with Ken Rochon. It's such a pleasure to meet you, Ken. Put
and
it right
it's
there.
such a bloody pleasure to meet you too.
Make it formal, make it real. So tell me, you are like a breath of fresh air, literally. You have this amazing smile and energy about you. I want to know more about you. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Well, first of all, they thought I was only 18, so they were like, you got to come to this event.
You're like, awesome, I'm here, yeah.
And I just turned 21, so I'm like, I look 3 years younger.
I'm in the same boat. It's all good. They asked for ID when I walked in. I went, oh, yeah, I got that. Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to meet Justin at CEO Space International, and it's a place where I guess thought leaders think about how they can actually take their business to another level in a very, very big, epic way.
Yes.
And I have always studied how authors, speakers, and leaders sometimes are missing the marketing component or the social media component or the viral component. So I love creating organic campaigns that go viral. And Justin's got the right message here because he's got all these future leaders.
Yes.
And their content's phenomenal. They're doing cutting edge technology, cutting edge ideas on how to collaborate. So I wanted to be here.
Yeah, it's a place to be, and they're all under 30, so they're definitely hungry and succeeding, including us. Yeah, I just turned 21 as well. So that's really great stuff. So are you based here in New York, or were you?
I am in DC area.
Oh, okay, the Washington State.
Hopped in the train at 5 o'clock this morning. Got up here before 9. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. So not too far, too far. So tell me a little bit about what you do. What's the name of your business? Where can people find it? Can they get a consultation with you? Like, how does it work?
Well, first of all, I think that's a very forward question. I think it's very personal, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to be vulnerable.
You're going to put yourself out there.
So I'm Ken with the Umbrella Syndicate, and our tagline is we amplify good messages.
Right.
So we are a social media company. We go to events and we harness the traffic and the audience that are influencers to help get the message of that event to go viral at a factorial of as much as 100 or 200. So if there's like 300 or 400 people here, we might be able to have 10 to 20,000 people that are like-minded and like-hearted learn about the Next Gen Summit and actually see the brands, the links, and actually do business with these people. So we do this within 24 hours, which is a very kind of unique way.
Wow.
So the pictures that I took of you earlier, they're up tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm a social influencer myself, and I find it very hard to keep up with everything. So yeah, that's the trick. Everything you'll probably see, guys, right now, it happened 2 weeks ago, but that's okay. Well, I do a lot of videos.
Well, no, video is so hard. You got editing time.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. You hear that, guys?
Yeah.
That's why.
I think the fastest you can do video is 5 days, but if you're doing video every day, you got to create a production schedule.
And you want quality as well, so it's quality, you know.
Yep.
So this is fascinating. So I'll put a link.
You wanted quality? Well, what am I doing out here?
Ideally, I mean, you know.
So you have exceptions.
It depends. No. So tell me. So I will put a link to your website. So we're going to see each other again. You know, we're going to run into each other at these
I'm
events.
actually going to leave this room, come back right in here, and I'm going to see you again right there.
Yeah. And you're going to see me tomorrow. You'll be like, damn, that January, she's everywhere. Look, absolute pleasure to meet you.
Nice
Keep on smiling. As soon as I came in today, he was like, you need to smile. And I was like, you're right, I do. It's a Saturday morning. I realized.
Well, I just am going to throw this in. Can we just hold
can we just. I feel like we're in a toothpaste commercial ad. Like, but no, we're not. This is a real deal, guys. This energy is infectious. So if you meet Ken, well, you're doing something right. Thank you so much. Put it right here.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
awesome.
you. And the cameraman, he was not nervous one bit during the whole time.
Steady hand.
Thank you.
Hi guys, one of the great things about attending one of these conferences is you meet some really extraordinary people, and they're all under the age of 30 pretty much. I've come across Patrick Daniel. You are quite the visionary entrepreneur. Tell me a little bit about, how you look at the future and the workplace and how you're harnessing entrepreneurs.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
So I grew up in Germany to parents of immigrants, and after high school I had to do military service, and then I sort of immigrated to the United States, and I was always inspired by the American founding story, the American Revolution, and the founding fathers, who sort of created a narrative and a platform to reimagine the world and to build a new world on top of an existing world. Right. And it wasn't perfect, there was slavery, but it was very inspirational, and it created so much of the value that followed. And when I look at the world today, I don't see a particular country where like a new political operating system is emerging, but just like at NGS and other networks, what I do see is young people hungry to reimagine the world.
Yes.
And I want to build a platform, like we want to build a platform that moves thinking forward. It's at the intersection of thinking and action that empowers people to like move beyond their own way of thinking, so they can escape from their prison, and supports people, because there's billions of people who are unconnected to the world, who don't have a good understanding that they could have if we would give them sort of a better understanding and empower them, and where they can feel more free and more at liberty to pursue the things they want to do. And we can already see that now with the sharing economy. There's more collaboration with globalization. The more you share, the more you get.
Yeah, totally. It's true. It's really a sharing economy, and I've interviewed some people that are really, in that world. Definitely, what you can do as an entrepreneur and an individual as such has changed in the last, 10 years, 6 months even. So tell me, what do you do? So are you consulting with people? Are you bringing these communities together? Like, do you have a platform in the works now, or are you developing it? Tell me where you're at.
So we have a bunch of products and services that are sort of all part of that mission. Right. So when I went to graduate school at Harvard, I did this research. With this
just when I went to Harvard.
With this,
I'm joking.
with an amazing professor, Professor Neil Ferguson. I was able to work with him there, and I was studying how change works in society and individuals and markets. And I was always fascinated because I used to work on Wall Street, and investing is a rate of change business. And so I was really interested to study that from a very philosophical perspective. And then I did all this research, and then I realized if I want to put it into a product, into a book, that I need to make it more practical. And during the American Revolution, there was this guy called Thomas Paine, and he wrote this pamphlet called Common Sense. And Common Sense, in a simple language, appealed to the colonists at the time, and it catalyzed their thinking for independence against the British crown. And for me, that was very inspiring. And my goal was to build a book that would catalyze people's thinking. And then from that, all my previous work and all my new work sort of got connected to that mission. And that's why we're now building all these different products, across the spectrum.
Very fascinating. So who is the British crowd today, do you think?
Well, I think the British, I call them the guardians of the status quo. So it's everybody who maintains a system, which is very important, but it's people who don't want to build the new. It's people who are not curious enough, and
or maybe scared.
And I think I've been like that myself, right? I've had times when I was sort of in my own prison break, when I was limited by how I thought, and when I had the intention of improving myself, but I didn't know how. And I think that feeling is really awful, and I don't want other people to feel that way. I want almost to give people a tutorial in life when they're stuck. They know how to talk to the right people. They can learn from the right people. Absolutely. Because when I was able to learn from great people, it really accelerated my own life. Yeah,
absolutely. Look, you are definitely, it's definitely a thought pattern that's happening with everyone at the moment, and the actions are coming to fruition. I actually interviewed a company called Tisper, which is all about that, connecting people, and they see the future of we're all going to be our own entities, we're going to be running our own businesses, and it's just about connecting the right people at the right time. So it's definitely happening, and things are in place, and I know the British crowd is getting scared, the British crowd of today, but we're making it happen. That's why events like Next Gen Summit today is so important. Is there a website people can go to learn more about you?
Well, so I have a website, patrickdaniel.com.
patrickdaniel.com, I'll put it there.
I'm also on Twitter at patrickdaniel.
Fantastic.
It's very easy to find me, to stay in touch, and I'm always trying to engage with people and create a platform, so just reach out.
I love it.
I hope that we can create a two-way feedback loop where I can learn from your feedback and you can learn from me, and it creates sort of this circle of growth.
I love it. Okay, final two questions. Okay, who is an entrepreneur or visionary that has really inspired you or motivates you?
I guess everybody would say Elon Musk, and for many reasons. He's someone who also has an immigrant story. He's someone who's very bold. He's sort of like a philosopher king who thinks really big, but he actually works on these things and he makes these things happen. And maybe more general, the founding fathers. I talked about that earlier, who have really who really combine thinking with action, and who really build an operating system, a political operating system. And I think that's very inspirational. Albert Einstein, anybody who like builds a new world for everybody else, where people can step in and like expand their creativity, expand their liberty, and like fulfill their purpose
Great
in life.
opportunity. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So final question, most important one, blackjack, poker, or roulette? If you had to choose.
I think poker.
Poker. It's a strategy. You're a thinker.
Yeah.
I like
exactly.
it. No, very cool. Look, check him out. PatrickDaniel.com. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
You're a really extraordinary guy. We could talk for hours, quite clearly.
Right.
But yeah, no, thank you so much and enjoy the conference. Cheers. Hi guys, we're here at the Next Gen Summit and I'm here with Orly Amor, which has the most beautiful name in the world. I found her here at Next Gen Summit. Such a pleasure to meet you. I'm shaking people's hands today. I'm being very formal. I don't know what's come over me.
It's okay.
So you are a business coach, is that right?
Correct.
Fantastic. So tell me, who are some of your clients and what exactly do you do?
Well, I'm a business coach to influential startup companies and owners of businesses, as well as Army, Navy, Air Force.
Wow,
Those are my clients.
I love that. So what brings you to Next Gen, other than there's a ton of startups here and entrepreneurs? Is it networking for you? Like,
yes, it's networking, and also we do a social wow factor cruise, which is for entrepreneurs to get on a ship, get empowered, get tools for their startup, for their business, to propel them to the next level.
Social wow factor.
Yes.
So can people go to socialwowfactor.com?
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
I love that. So are you based here in New York, or where are you based?
I'm based here in New York, but we are leaving from Cape Canaveral, Florida for a whole week, September 25th to the 2nd of October.
This is so fun. So, okay, tell me, so it's for a week. How much does it cost?
It's less than $1,000 per person.
Oh, that's fine.
With the cruise and the conference.
Wow.
So all they got to do is get there, and usually people have points for flights and so on.
This is
so
fantastic.
They can use that.
So when is this?
The 25th of September to the 2nd of October. Cape Canaveral, Florida. Easy to get to, Orlando.
I love that. And what can they expect on board this social wow factor?
It's a life-changing experience because not only do you visit great ports like Haiti, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, and Cozumel, Mexico, but you are amongst peers of people who want to help you get to the next level in your business, and you get to interact on a more intimate level.
I love that. And you're literally away from the land, you're at sea, so that's a whole other experience, a way to network and inspire one another. So, and what can they expect when they come back? Are they part of kind of like a community you create? And
yes, and not only that, they can take the tools and apply them easily, which is something sometimes we get overwhelmed when we go to conferences. We get a lot of tools, and then we come so overwhelmed that we shut down. We don't know what to use first. So the best thing is to, and having all that support system still follow us when we get off the ship.
Yeah,
and the friendships that are made are just amazing, amazing.
And how did you get into business coaching?
I had a few businesses that have failed and succeeded and made great money.
Yes.
And I decided that also in the new generation, we need to know how to network.
Yeah.
Because our network is our net worth.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So we need to apply some of the tools that we're learning and build our relationships. Yeah. Because that's what's going to get us to the next level.
It's so true.
And for me, that's what it's about. Mindset mastery and strategic planning.
Oh, I love this. I love this. And now, how many Instagram followers do you have? Because someone mentioned to me, I was like, what?
I don't personally have a lot of Instagram followers, but I have all my affiliates together.
Yeah.
I have there's a column called Orly, and I have about 500,000 followers there.
Okay.
And
where is this? I just have about 500 followers.
500,000 followers online that are reading my column.
Oh, fantastic.
But collectively, with all my affiliates, we have a reach of about 35 million people in the United States and about 42 million around the world.
OMG, that's an OMG moment.
That's an OMG moment.
That's really cool.
Say that out loud?
That's really cool. Don't worry, I said it for you, so it's all good. I'll do that. No, that's incredible stuff. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And it all is about your networks. It's really interesting. I've been to a bunch of these meetups and summits and conferences, and on the panels, there's so often these entrepreneurs, these women's, whether they're VCs, founders, whatever, that are like it's about my network. It's about and doing things right from the very beginning, because as much as you can feel like it's a big grand old world out there, everyone knows everyone, and it's a small town.
Absolutely.
Especially, you know, in the startup and entrepreneur community. So look, I'm just love it that we've met.
I'm glad we did too.
Can people go to your blog or your website? What's it
They
called?
can go to socialwowfactor.com to know more about us and about me and so on. And
I have two more questions. I cannot forget.
Okay.
Yeah, there's more. There's more in my pocket.
But wait, there's more.
Hey, there's always more. I'm Australian, can't you tell? So I want to know, and they're not, don't worry, they're not full-on questions. Just
That's okay.
If there was an entrepreneur that you're like, wow, that's the one for me, like that inspires you, who would that be? And I know there's many, but just one.
The entrepreneur mindset of I need a coach, I can't do this alone, is a perfect fit for me, because they need to understand that they cannot do it alone. Nobody does it alone.
No.
I think Maya Angelou said something really cool about that. Alone, you're never alone. You can't do it alone. And that is very important to know that.
Yeah. Whether it's your partner, or it's a mentor, or it's an investor, or it's a co-founder. There's always someone. It always takes an army.
It does. And if you know that you need a coach, because you need to be coachable.
Right.
Not everybody's coachable. And it's funny because I meet a lot of people who think they know it all, been there, done that. And sometimes when you take them out of that element and show them that there is another way, they have to be open-minded.
Right.
And so that's why I call it mindset mastery and strategic planning, because you need to change your mindset in order to get to the next level.
Right. You need to be open to learning and growing. And I think, you know, we're always growing. At least I'm always learning. And that's what gets me up in the morning, and meeting people like yourself. Final question, most important question.
Okay.
Blackjack, poker, or roulette? If you had to, roulette, there you go. Yeah, I love it. I'm a bit of a roulette girl myself, so I'm biased, but yes, that's awesome. Well, look, hopefully I see you on the Social Wow Factor Cruise, and we're playing roulette. You know, you never know.
Thank you.
Living the dream. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.